Hey everybody, Hunter Fisher, Trapper, Trader, Guide, Scout, and Interpreter, and Country Cook Steve Hall here in Nashville, Tennessee, along with pretty Miss Sheila. How you doing, Sheila?
Fine, how are you?
Today, I'm doing great, because today we're going to make corn, sweet corn, baked potatoes. I got a little pot over here, and I drained every ounce of juice I could get out of this can, because I want to replace it with 100% butter. So I'm going to take one stick of butter, I'm going to plunk it in there. But I'm not going to turn that pot on until 5 minutes before these baked potatoes are done. I got the dome sitting over here because I want to show you there's two ways to put this in here, obviously, this way or this way. And I want to do it so that the baked potatoes are closest to the ground, so to speak. And if you'll come over here, I'll show you what I'm going to do these spuds right now. All right, I got two potatoes here. They kind of remind me of me and Sheila. One's kind of tall and slim. The other one's kind of short and dumpy like me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to top these with coarse kosher salt to make them just like steakhouse potatoes. Have you ever went out and got a baked potato at a steakhouse and they always got that little salt crust on top? We're going to do the same thing. First thing we're going to do is we're going to rub these down a little bit with some vegetable oil. Don't use olive oil on this. Use vegetable oil. I have no idea why, but it just tastes better on these spuds. Then we're going to top it with some coarse ground kosher salt. Just the top, not the whole potato. Just the top of it. Then we're going to move these little babies over here. Here's Steve and Sheila going in the New Wave oven. We're going to put the dome on top of here and we're going to set it on 50 minutes. It is so easy to do this. All right. Time cook, 5-0, start. All right, I'm going to go talk to the neighbor dog and see if I get him to shut up while I'm recording this recipe. But other than that, we'll see you. Let me get this center. Am I about center right there, Sheila?
Back that way.
Back this way a little bit. Better? All right, we'll see you in 50 minutes. All right, our taters just turned off. And remember, these are factory set. I'm talking about these New Wave ovens at 350 degrees. So it's still 350 in that little dome. And my sweet corn just came to a boil. I turn that on. Not really going to hardly even give it any salt at all because I'm using salted butter. And there's plenty of sodium in canned corn. But I am going to lay the pepper to it. You know me and pepper. I like it so when I stir it, I can actually see a little bit in there. All right, I turned this off, but it's boiling hot and it's got pure butter because I drained the corn. Let me move this out of the way a little bit here. And I'll slide this back. And now it's time for my little red, they call these hot hands. You can buy them off a television. And they make them in a regular glove size or they go clear up to your elbow. I only bought this size because that's the only part I'm getting on these taters anyway. And I'll show you why I need them. Set this over here. Boy, it's still hot in there. 50 minutes is just perfect for a medium to almost a big potato. And all right, let's see how our little taters did. Oh, they're crisp on the outside and soft in the middle. And here's why I need these little hot hands, because I want to mash this thing open like this. Kind of push the two ends in and make it puff up. Then I'm going to dig the inside out of this tater. And what really prompted this recipe is I remember years ago my grandpa up in Iowa, Grandma used to give him some roast beef and corn and potatoes, and he'd always stir the corn and potatoes together on his plate, and it kind of bothered her. She said, why don't you eat each one like it's its own, little side dish? Well, he said, it's all going to end up in the same place anyway. And I never forgot that. And I like to get right down to the bottom of this, and this is almost kind of like a twice baked potato, but I'm going to pour pure butter and corn in here, and I'm going to save just about a half a cup in my little cooker here. Let me mix this up quick. This is also hot. By the time you get done doing this, you don't have to put it back in the oven or back in the New Wave, either one. But it's got plenty of butter in there. Someone says, well, you're going to use a whole stick? Look, it's already absorbed in the potatoes. You and I both know no matter how much butter you put on your potato, when you get done about halfway through your potato, you're out of butter. So that's why I saved that extra little dash. Oh man, it's looking good. And sweet corn baked potatoes. And then I'm just going to kind of push a little bathtub in the middle of this top piece. And I'm going to pour the rest of this sweet corn right on top so you know what the feature is. All right. Now, you can eat it straight up just like that, or you can add a little cheese to it. This will start melting before we even turn the cameras off. And you can also put a dollop of sour cream on there. And you know me, I got to give it one more little dash of pepper just for color. This one is for the memory of my grandfather up in Iowa. Man, sweet corn baked potatoes. Get a couple of spuds, get your New Wave oven out, or you can throw them in the oven in the kitchen. These are slick because they don't heat the kitchen up. Bake it for 50 minutes. Put that vegetable oil on the outside, hit it with a little bit of coarse ground kosher salt just on the top layer, and get your little pot out here and throw in a can of corn, drain all the juice out of it, and go pure butter. And man, you'll have something like this right here. These are just absolutely delicious. If you like our recipes, check out the subscribe button right there. Just click on that, and you can kind of be part of our family. We'll let you know when one of our new recipes come out. Of course, you can always check out all the goodies that we have at shotgunred.com. And Sheila, how'd I do?
You did excellent.
Well, all right, there you go. And is this the best little buttery, every bite has butter and corn and potato in it recipe you ever ate? If it ain't, it ought to be. This is Steve Hall and Pretty Miss Sheila saying we'll see you next time right here on Cooking with Shotgun Red. Bye-bye.